Oh, I almost got a lunatic. Want to stop?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my giant throbbing erection.
Alright, what's up? Guess what day it is? Finally got the truck back. It's Friday, October 1st. Nice balmy day here. Had a little bit of rain in Lubbock. I am here at, and take a look. Here's Stewart and Stevenson in Lubbock. They're just shutting up shop right now. I just got the truck back right now. So it's been in the shop for just about a month. They dropped the whole bottom end out of this thing. Turns out it was the number 3 injector. It was a bad injector. It was a remandered injector from Detroit, and it failed. All came, but it threw no codes or anything. Even here at the shop, there was no way to know about it, and they sent it off, sent out the oil samples, everything came back good. So they were shutting off each injector along the way, cutting off fuel to each cylinder, and the number 3 was the one that was given the hinky doodles. So they ordered a new injector, put the new one in, took it out for a test run. Everything was fine. So all codes are cleared, everything's back to normal, all the injectors are good again until I drive 100 miles and it breaks down again. But you could almost say, like, somebody, this thing's had a almost a damn rebuild at this point. So I guess we can crank it up and see what's up. Yeah, so, and before, when it got towed, when the guy towed it, he ripped the fairing off. Hey, have a good weekend. See you later. So the fairing was ripped off. Yeah, right. I'll be back in a week. Don't worry about it. No, but they ripped the fairing off when it got towed. So they sent a check over for that. They called Freightliner. They ordered it. I think it came in already. We got to go pick it up. But apparently that fairing piece is a black piece. And I got to spray paint it white and put some, have to put a little primer on it. A couple of spray cans of glossy white. And then some clear coat. Oh, gonna crank it up. Losing track. So I am going to take it on a little test run right now, though. God, this truck has become so unfamiliar to me. It's funny. I left with a Meet Joe Con hat. Been here the whole time. Oh, now Selena's calling. So let's crank her up. Ooh, smooth. Sounds a lot smoother. Yeah, while I was in there, they started giving me swag too. They gave me a Detroit hat. I figured it was alright. Even though I got a Detroit and the thing keeps breaking. I don't know. I don't know how much brand loyalty I should be having right now, you know. Yeah, let's go close this hood up. I already checked the oil and everything, so. Yeah, no more knocks. Give it a whirl. Whoa. sounds smooth. Still got a lot of fuel and def. Everything's good. So, because right before it broke down and I had to get it towed, I filled it up. So, wonderful. Been driving one of these rental trucks or automatics, I almost forget to use the clutch. Yeah, I was just remarking, or thinking about the whole scope of this thing. The truck broke down June 3rd. It's been in the shop for 4 months, just about non-stop. Except for the couple of weeks I actually got it out, ran a little bit. But for 4 months. We're on the verge, man. We're just about to throw in the towel. Gotta learn how to float gears again. Oh yeah. It's already warmed up. Let's see what the... That's a funny thing, we place the oil pump in the O-rings and everything. The oil pressure. I guess it's alright. It's probably around 20, 25. I'll get out on the road here for a minute. Call Selena back, see what she wanted. So, I mean, I forget how to shift, man. Oh my God. Have you ever driven an automatic when you're so used to having a stick? And when you come up to a stop and stuff, you actually ram your foot, your left foot. And then you go, oh man. You feel all stupid afterwards. Big old puddle and potholes right here. Jeez. Look like they got worse. Oh. Plus it's been raining here. There's about a puddle right here, and this little washout to get out of here is like 2 feet deep. Might as well be legal. Put my turn signal on. No more tapping noise. They said it was a bad injector though, and after they pulled it, I didn't get charged for it either. It was all under warranty and everything. So let's go through the full thing. They replaced a turbo sensor, pulled the bottom in, all rods, mains, bearings, checked all that. Pulled the turbo, it was good. Oil samples, all came back normal. Replaced the number 3 injector. Knocked off a ton of the labor and everything, made it all right. Because we had to absorb a $2,000 tow bill for a bad injector under warranty. So they cleared a lot of the bill. So, all good. We ended up paying for the oil pump and the O-rings. And some of the labor. So, feels smooth. It's actually feeling smoother than I can remember it's run in a long time. Which it should. I've just about paid for this truck twice now. Jeez. Alright, we'll check back in a minute. If anything goes wrong, I'll let you know. Alright, what's going on? As you can see, we are back in the illustrious shit box. I guess I shouldn't be talking bad about this truck. Hopefully it runs long enough to make me some money so I can go buy another truck. So right now I am in Canyon, Texas. I just hooked up. Sorry, I just found the camera again. You can see I'm hooked up to a milk tanker. I'm in Canyon, Texas. I'm taking this down to Conroe, Texas, just north of Houston, off the 45. Total of 500. God damn it. Total of 573 miles by Google Maps. So, this thing isn't working. Hold on a sec. God dang it. Yep, she's working. Nice, bright, sunny Sunday morning. It's just 8:30 in the morning right now, 8:34. Windows are a little murky. So I'll be running a little bit of milk for a minute, make sure the truck doesn't break down again. These are shorter runs, and he has something like 15 other trucks running milk for him right now. So if my truck breaks down, it'd be a lot easier to get somebody to come and rescue it. God dang it. Of course, as soon as I turn the goddamn camera on, I get all congested. So you can see I got my little check engine light on down here. The shop, when they got done with the truck, they took it out for a test run. Come on, douche dick. Some of these milk dudes are such ass hats over here. Another guy almost getting a fist fight with me because I brought in a clean tanker last week. He come over like he was gonna snake it from me right away. Yard manager had to come out and everything, and they're about to throw down. Dude's, oh, it's my tanker, I gotta go. But he's speaking like half Spanish and getting all pissed off and everything. Like, I don't know, whatever. I was like, hey, whatever, dude. Not my rodeo, not my bullfight. So anyway, I'm going to Conroe. Like I said, it's got like 15 trucks running milk right now. It's all drop and hook kind of stuff. Pays $3.60 a loaded mile, so pretty much if it's 50-50, I'm getting $1.80 a mile, which ain't bad, ain't great. The only thing about it is, with milk tankers, we're allowed to run ag exempt. So like I left Lubbock this morning to come up here. It's about 100 miles away, maybe 110, I think. And that I can run ag exempt though, which is just off-duty driving. And then I can, as soon as I get loaded, you guys probably looking at me like, what the hell's he got on his head? Anyway, as soon as I get loaded though, I can do 172 miles on ag exempt of crowfly miles. So there's a 150 mile radius, but they, like the way I'm going, I'm gonna go here to Amarillo and then catch a 287 down to Dallas. I can make it to Quanah, Texas before I gotta go actual on-duty driving. So not too shabby. And we're 573 miles, so what I can do is basically get down to about the 400 mile mark before I gotta go on duty. So that works out real nice in the way that I can get down there, do my drop and hook, and then as long as I'm coming back to Canyon for another load, as soon as I drop, I can go on ag exempt again for another 172 miles on the way back, which starts my 10 hour sleeper berth clock basically, or 10 hours off duty. So I could run roughly 3 hours, which puts me at 7 hours that I got to go in sleeper berth, so it actually cuts my time. So doing milk for $1.80 a mile, basically, I can actually get a lot more miles and a lot more loads in the week, which can make my money still not as good as I'd be doing on reefers, but a lot more consistent movement, so I still make really good revenue out of it. Like this load's paying just about 2,500 bucks. So I go down and back, you know, if I get back here and it's dropping hook and I just bust out and go do another one, I can just keep rolling like that on ag exempt time all week, and that basically conserving your hours because you're always ag exempt, so helps out a lot, keeps you moving. Thanks DOT for opening up the hours like that. I guess what they go into effect like last year or maybe earlier this year for ag exempt time, that they allow you to run off duty like that. So because of food shortages and whatever, I don't know, whatever. So good times. So I got this milk run. I'm gonna hit up to Amarillo. Be heading down to Dallas, skirt through there, grab the 45 south down to Conroe. We'll check back in a bit, but so far truck's running it. Like I said, the engine light, I went squirrel on that one a little bit ago. The check engine light, I got 25 miles away from the yard. They did a test run at the shop. I did another test run the other day for about 50 miles, nothing came up. Going this morning, crank it up, everything seems cool. Get 25 miles north of Lubbock. Stupid dash lit up again. Had the warning light, the check engine light, and my def light was blinking again. I had 6 codes. I was like, great, here we go again. Just comes out of the shop. What happens? Every goddamn time. Def light's blinking, everything. I already know the codes are going to be. So, gave me 6 codes. Gave me problems with the EEC codes, you know, the electronic emissions codes or whatever. That give me a 25% D-rate, poor def quality. Check emission system soon or whatever, all this crap, right? Pull over, do a forced regen for it took about 40 minutes for this regen to happen. Cleared out all the codes, went down to 0 from 6, then it went back up to 2, and then it went back to 0, and then all the lights went off except that the check engine or the warning light, which usually sticks around for a while, a couple days or something as I'm out running. But everything's been done in this truck. It's basically almost had like a minor rebuild on it now, and it keeps doing this crap every time. I'm really thinking possibly the ECM. They were looking at the one box when they took the filters out and everything, and it seemed like everything was all right with that. Maybe it's the ECM, I don't know. Tons of codes, no codes, couple codes, no codes, 6 codes. They had 15 codes going on this thing at one point, you know? It's like, maybe it's the ECM. Somebody suggested it earlier too, like, hey man, your ECM just might be shot, you know? And it's not a bad thing. I think it's like a $300 part to get a new ECM. It's not bad. And there's just labor to put it in, but I'm kind of at my wit's end with this truck. It's just like, good God, man. Finally get back in it, and what happens? Screw you, let's throw you 6 codes. How's about that? So, anywho, we're in Canyon. Be up in Amarillo in a few. Heading on down. I'll check back in a bit. But back on the road, making owner out money. Hopefully the truck just minds its goddamn P's and Q's for a little while. If I could just get 2 or 3 weeks in of consistent running, we'd be right back out of the hole, have plenty of money in the bank, and everything's cool. Especially with the rates we're getting right now. I mean, Selena sees all the rates too, and she's telling me just atrocious rates on stuff. Rates are going up. Things are looking way better on the market as far as demand for trucks. I know everybody else is hurting, the country's hurting, nobody's going back to work, all this kind of stuff, but we're in a position to be out here making this money as long as this stupid truck can keep running. I estimated I've lost over $100,000 just in lost revenue because the truck hasn't been running for 4 months. So I could already had this truck paid off, bought another truck, and had all of our debts paid off. in that period of time. You know, it's like, Jesus criminy, man, all the money I've lost out on. So, anywho, we'll check back. All right, out. What's going on? Coming into Chillicothe, or Chillicothe. I don't know what people call it. Chillicothe. This building right here, I was wondering, wouldn't it be cool to buy that building? I've been coming through here for years. Every time I pass by that building, of course, it's been boarded up forever. But it's like, what's up with that building, man? I mean, I know a lot of these small Texas towns out here are dying. Was this Chillicothe? Yeah. And then, did I already go through Memphis? God, I'm trying to remember. Anyway, heading towards Dallas. But anyway, that building back there, it always interested me, you know, like what if you could just buy it? What if it was super cheap? Turn it into something like a haunted hotel or something like that, or obviously it was business frontages on the bottom and tenements upstairs, you know, apartments or whatever. Always made me wonder though, it'd just be a cool building to own, you know. Although, yeah, okay, Chillicothe, there you go. I was trying to remember where I was at. I always remember that building was in Chillicothe, but then I started to doubt myself. What are you gonna do? Yeah, all the years I've passed by that building though, I always wondered, I wonder how much that thing is going for, if it were actually up for sale. I've looked on Zillow and stuff trying to locate it, and even on some commercial real estate sites, and never find it, but it's just abandoned, doors are boarded up. Still, I wonder. So I ran my ag exempt status into Quanah, Texas. There I had to switch on duty and go driving. That was my 170 mile radius I can drive on ag exempt. So that left me with about 410 miles, and I just started my hours. I get down there, it's a drop and hook. I get a hook up to an empty, and as long as I'm coming back for another load, I can run ag exempt again for a few hours. Take my 7 hours off, sleep, finish up the drive, pick up the next one, and head back out again. So, good times. Overall, truck's been doing fine. You know, knock on wood, of course. Been running it kind of light, you know, just keeping it right about 65, cruise control. Just keeping her easy. That's funny. See my Detroit hat? That's a swag they gave me over at Stewart & Stevenson the other day. Asked me if I wanted a t-shirt, and I said sure. They gave me a Detroit t-shirt. And they said, hey, you want a hat too? And I said sure. And I was walking out. They gave me a 30-ounce tumbler cup. An Arctic or Arctic. Just the letter R and then I think T-I-K or something like that. I don't know. Some tumbler cup, coffee cup. They had Stewart & Stevenson written on it. Went to pour my coffee in it this morning. It leaks all out the lid. So I'm all, so much for gimmies. So I grabbed my other coffee cup. I forget what my other one is. What is that? Ugh, had this cup for a long time now. It's a quality one, kind of like that Orca. Those are kind of like those, oh hell, what's it called? Yeti, Orca, Yeti, whatever, all the expensive, heavy-duty coolers, coffee cups, whatever. I guess Yeti takes it a little bit further. They got ice chests and chairs and tables and all kinds of stuff for $1 million for a coffee cup, $5 billion for a Dilla. Had a Dilla with his legs up in the air there. Will I ever buy Yeti stuff? Nope. Screw that. Go down to Walmart and buy that little $3 foam cooler or whatever. We already got ice chests anyway, it don't matter. But you see I'm well stocked though. I brought my Detroit hat. And I got my Michoacan hat. So we're stocked up for the week on hats. Found my old Vans, my old slip-ons. Ended up putting those on this morning. So, well, okay. Last week when I was in Mississippi on a milk load, you guys saw the video I was heading down there last week. When I was standing there in the bays, I was talking to one of the drivers, asking him where the bathroom was, and they had a drainage hose when they're doing washouts, and start shooting out that boiling water that they wash it out with, and it's mixed with milk. Well, it flooded down the bay right there where I was standing talking to the guy, and all of a sudden my feet are getting hot, and I'm like, what the hell? I look down, and I've got this boiling milk water just flooding my shoes, and I'm like, great. By the end of the day, those things stunk to high hell, man. Raw milk and hot water, that went real good. So my Skechers shoes that I've been wearing for over a year, I took them home, threw them in the laundry twice, washed them, still stunk to high hell, even after they dried and everything. Well, guess those are trash, so. I guess really from now on too, like, I'm not big on buying like expensive sneakers and stuff. Maybe once in a while I'll buy, if they're a good pair for walking, you know, exercising, anything like the Skechers I had, they were really good for walking. But overall, for just like work and stuff, I'll just, you know, buy Walmart sneakers that are 12 bucks and stuff like that, you know, just no need to go wasting a bunch of money. So anywho, on to Wichita Falls, and then start dropping down to Dallas, wrap around the bottom side of Dallas, hit the 45 south down to Conroe. So looking a little less than 400 miles now, so good to go. We'll be back. Yes, sir. So just pulling out of this, what's it called? This is Ponderosa. Oh, Star Travel Center. I forget the name. Oh, it's got the Armadillo Grill. That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of. We're here in Bowie, Texas. Still out here on the 287. Went about 120, 130 miles. Pulled over to water the weeds real quick. Get back after it. That's kind of funny. Makes you think back of like how I grew up and everything. Kind of free range parenting. When I was in the store, I went into the bathroom, everything, come back out. I was getting got a Diet Mountain Dew, and I was standing there though, and this little kid, he come walking up, and he had just been into the bathroom. Come walking in with his mom and his little brother. He come walking up to me. He's all, "Excuse me, mister, have you seen a little boy 4 years old running around here past you here or something?" And I was like, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, no. And he's all, "Oh, okay, because I lost my little brother. He's here somewhere, I think, but he ran out of the bathroom before me, and I can't find him." And So I didn't see anybody come out this way, because right at like the bottleneck going into the bathroom at the soda machine there, and he goes, okay. I go, did you look in the bathroom? Is he hiding in like one of the stalls or something or whatever? No, I didn't see him in there. I can't find him anywhere. I'm like, ah, crap. So then the mom comes walking out of the women's bathroom, and he's like, Mom, he took off. I don't know where he is. And she's all, what? And I even start walking around a little bit, looking for him, you know, thinking he might be poking around the store somewhere. I go back over, and there's a laundry machine right over there too, you know, just for truckers and stuff, pay for your laundry. So the little boy and the mom are over there getting their laundry out of the dryer, and I walk back over there. I go, did you find him? And she's like, no, I'm not worried about it. He's around here somewhere, like just, he's poking around somewhere. And it's like, kind of reminds me of the way all of our parents used to be when we were kids, you know, that they didn't sweat it too much. He's probably outside somewhere, stuff like that. Instead of like, you see parents freak out nowadays thinking their kid got thrown in an RV and is out there getting butt rammed or something like that. So, you know, it always goes to the worst, you know. Like, chances are slim to none your kid's out there getting abducted. Yeah, it does happen, but you know, like, yeah, he's around the store somewhere. Like, the world over, nobody's trying to hurt your kid, you know. I just had that thought because my parents, like, we used to be all over Hell's Half Acre all day on our bikes and skateboards and doing whatever. We never had to check in, never had to just sit in the front yard with your helmet on and, you know, don't do anything. It was just kind of harking me back to those days, you know, that we're all like a little brat pack, like 10 kids riding around on our little BMX bikes all over the, you know, neighborhood, other streets and other neighborhoods and stuff, and just ripping ass all over town. And now it's like everybody's much more sheltered now, you know. Oh, don't go 5 feet off the porch, you might get struck by lightning. Put on your bubble wrap before you go outside. Oh my God. I don't know, funny comparison. Just hadn't seen such a nonchalant attitude from a parent in a long time about, because they were good little kids, you could tell. They were just like normal stuff, and you could just tell. Mom's like, oh, you know, like kid's a little roughneck, he's just around here somewhere. But that was cool. So anyway, just up here northwest of Fort Worth. I mean, still got about 70 miles to go to get into Fort Worth, but drop down in there, drop down to it like 35W to the 287 to the 20. I'm gonna get some go-go juice at the TA in South Dallas. Then right there, hit the 45 South and on down to Conroe. So we'll check back in a bit though. Hey, what's up, satchel sniffers? It's coming into Fort Worth. You can see right there. Well, nobody won the Powerball last night. 670 million. What? Little bit of hit and miss traffic coming in downtown here, especially when you break off on the 820. It backs up a lot over there. Man, they're just a bunch of dicks out here, man. Everybody's aggressive and just cutting you off constantly. I always notice there's a few major metros where you just kind of notice drivers are much more aggressive and just really kind of asshole-ish. Around the Dallas area, people are kind of dicks. They drive like maniacs. I actually find Chicago a little bit more civil. Boston, people drive really stupid. Like they're not even aggressive, they're actually just more flagrantly unaware. Like they just drive right in front of you and stuff. They don't even check their mirrors. They don't do that. It's weird. Yeah, Dallas, Houston, Miami, Atlanta. What else? I forget. Of course, the whole New York City, Eastern Jersey area, pretty bad. So there's Fort Worth for you. Hop over here on this 287, connect it up with the 20. Truck's running all right. ABS light came on. A lot of time with these milk tankers, the sensors are bad down in the hubs, so they always get that trailer ABS light. It's always the sensor though, it's stupid. You can go either way when you get into Fort Worth like this. You can jump over here on the 287, gives you a little bit of a cross cut to go down to the 20, or you can spend the extra. I think it's only like 5 extra miles total if you just keep shooting down 35W and grab 20 over there. So if you want to go through the wiggles here, or and just kind of wiggle on through this part, or just go straight down. Either way, it's kind of like just a little Peter shake either way, you know, a little squirt of piss either way. Go a little slower on this thing sometimes, rather than cut down straight. So, whatever you prefer. It's Sunday, so I figure I'd come this way, or you can go across the 30. But then I was thinking too, you can go across 30, cut through downtown Dallas and hit the 45 over there. And I figured, well, I'm gonna go get fuel anyway, so I'll just go this way. But plus too, if you cut across the 30, plus it's Sunday, plus it's football season, the stadium is across that way in Irving, and no telling what that might be like if they have a home game today, you know, might be all screwed up over that way. So just better off to do this. Yeah, no issues again with the truck. Like I said, I had to do a regen this morning. It's been sitting for a month though, so kind of not a shocker that the lights all came on. So nice weather today though. It's saying 88 degrees today in the great DFW. I think Lubbock was going to be in the I think it was going to be in the low 80s today. Lubbock and Dallas are kind of like on a parallel, you know, the same parallel across. It's probably about the same weather over there too. I think it's just higher elevation. Good times though. That was Fort Worth. Get on over this way, go get some fuel in a minute. So check back in a few. Alright, just got some fuel. We're at the TA on the south side of Dallas. Got my fuel. I just went in and, yeah, while I'm here, might as well go to the bathroom again. So I'm an old man. I gotta go a lot more often nowadays. I don't know. Like I was having that talk with Selena. I don't don't know. I don't know where it came from, but about, like, I notice a lot of times now, like back in the day when you were younger, yeah, you could sleep for like 15 hours, not even get up to take a whiz, right? Now it's like, say you go to bed by like 10, you know, 10 p.m., midnight, something like that. Usually I'm waking up by like 4 or 5 in the morning. I gotta take a whiz or something like that, you know. Kind of the funny thing is, you start getting older, you go, huh. You never really think about it much because, you know, you're just kind of doing what you do. But it's like, oh yeah, I do get up at night to go take a whiz. Weird, man. Yeah, at least not too busy of a day today. Can get out of here. They don't have a signal here, so it's sometimes you gotta wait a long time. Like right now, it's just enough, because if you're heavy too and you can't get going quite quick, you look down here and there's more cars coming, you know. It's like, all right, and everybody's busting 60 miles an hour down this street. It's like, you know, when the moment actually comes to get out there. Like right now, I can go ahead and do it. They haven't started moving over there yet, so I'll kind of creep on out and let these guys go because, yeah, I'm still good. Oh, here they come. Like today's not bad. Sometimes you literally just got to pull out in front of everybody and let's go, oh. Pull a Hank Hill. Oh. By jamming the brakes, because you just had to pull out finally. Stab it and steer it. Take a chance. Otherwise you might sit here all day. Oh, good old South Dallas, TA. Charging you 25 bucks or something like that to park in there, and you gotta buy a shit ton of fuel or whatever. It's not even a good truck stop too. It also has fast food and I guess I could pull out in front. Sometimes people go straight through. Like that one. See? And somebody's on the phone. Of course, all we're going to do now is just go over here, hop on the 45 South. I only put in 70 gallons of fuel because I know I'm going right down. I come right back up and get more fuel if I want. That way I build up my shower credits and stuff like that too. As long as you get your I don't know if they've changed any of the things at some truck stops. Pilots, Lion J, Loves, anything like that, like how many gallons you got to buy to get a shower. TAs are 60 gallons. I know, I thought some places went to like 70 gallons or something like that. But I bought 70 gallons of fuel. And like I said, I'm going down towards Houston. If I end up needing more, when I come back up, I'll get more. But then that just means 2 shower credits. So, like, I never, usually, if the prices are all fairly even, I don't top off my tanks a whole lot if I know I can just get to the next one, get another shower credit, because every time you get a shower credit, that's usually worth about 15 bucks. So, yeah, max out your shower credits instead of filling up all at one place and you only get the 1 shower credit. And you end up paying cash. Like I said, if it's kind of the same price wise, you know, stop off the extra 5 minutes and save 15 bucks, you know what I mean? I always remember when I mean, it's been 10 years ago. I was running for Prime, and they have their little fuel routing thing, and they tell you to stop off here and get 50 gallons, stop off here, fill it up, stop off here, you know, ding, 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 all these little, I mean, you save the most money doing that, I got it, but then you had to consider, you really weren't making that much money at Prime, so a lot of times you didn't have shower credits anywhere, because you were filling up at Lowe's, you know, little top off here at Love's, a little top off here at Pilot, a little top off here at TA or whatever, and you had no shower credits anywhere, and then I gotta go drop 15 bucks for a shower. It's like, god damn it. So like, while we were with Landstar, their main fueling place was TA Petra, so we stuck to that as much as possible. You know, unless it was just so much cheaper at another place that we were going to top it off. But you know, Selena and I run a team. We had platinum status also, so we had a ton of shower credits. We had, God, like, you know, tons of points. I forget how much, but I think you had to get like 20,000 points a year to get platinum. And we had like 40,000 points or something like that. It was just some ridiculous amount. And we had platinum status, and the shower credits would last 2 weeks. So, and we just had a mad stack of credits. So, but if you can, and the prices, it don't really matter in terms of that. That's how I stack up my shower credits. I go in and I get like 60 or 70 gallons at a pop, and shower credit. Stop the next one down the road, get another 60, 70 gallons, you know, get another credit. So, just my way of doing it. Other people might, oh, it's stupid. Yeah, okay. Well, do whatever you want, man. I don't care. Just because you like taking a dry fist up the butt, you know, it's like, whatever, man. Go ahead. Have at it. Whatever rocks your chair, man. Those scales are closed. It's Sunday. Wish I could have hung out at the TA for a little bit. Steelers game was on apparently. I was like, I gotta go. I guess we're kind of on the home stretch now. Well, not really. I got a little under 200 miles to go. So overall, it'll be what? Just about a 700 mile day. So I've gone about just about 500 miles for the day already. It's all good. Get on down here, it's a drop and hook. Bust right back out with an empty. Head right on back to Canyon. See if they got another one for me. So, to keep this truck running, build my money back up. My engine light went off. Great. See how long we go until we possibly get another snafu in the emissions crap with the DEF and all that. So, as soon as I get parked today too, get a couple hours, figure I was gonna clean this truck up a little bit. I just threw all my stuff back in it again, so it's all just topsy-turvy in here in a mess. So I gotta, plus the truck's been in the shop, it's all dusty and everything, because you know, they have the doors open all the time probably when they're working on it and everything. So get back in here with some wipes and paper towels and glass cleaner and clean it all out again and get it all organized. I gotta see about, I want to get a new fridge and possibly find, because I've got an inverter back here, but I got to rewire it. I want to get a fridge and see if I find a microwave I can use in here for the time being until the day comes I can look at upgrading trucks. But anywho, we're gonna head on down. We'll get back later. Out. Sup? So just coming through Huntsville right now. Conroe will be the next sizable place I get to. It's about, I don't want to say, what are we at? I gotta get off at exit 84, I think. I'm coming up on 115, so 31 miles to my exit. Now, I was just remembering, it's been a while since I've driven through Huntsville now. We're just past the prison. And I remember there's like a big old statue of Sam Houston just off the side of the freeway over here somewhere. I forget where though. I don't think I've passed it already. I thought it was here in Huntsville. Guess we shall see in a moment. I think it might be on the south side of town right over here though, once we get through here. People out driving like maniacs all over the place still. Yeah, it'd be nice to drop and hook down here, drop hook. Maybe I might come right back up to here. They haven't sent me another load, so I don't know that I can't use my ag exemption if I'm not technically dispatched under another load, I guess. So I might just cruise back up here to Huntsville. Let's pass by the Pilot, and there's a Shell station there with like a dirt back lot. Just come back up here and stay the night, I guess. By the time I go down, get switched out, and come back up, I mean, it's 1900 right now. A couple hours from now. So hopefully still find a spot, hang out. I just kind of hold on and see if this statue pops up. Could have swore I remember it being right down here somewhere. Yeah, it seems like it's been a really good steady flow of traffic. People must be heading back to Houston or something like that from wherever. I feel like I'm getting warm. I think the statue's around here somewhere. Just feel it. Well, I guess unless somebody tore it down. Seems like a bunch of asshats run around the country all the time trying to tear down all the statues. I just remember it was impressive though, it was big. And I was kind of hoping to make it down to that yard before it got dark. Come on, man. Where you at? I guess I'll come back in a minute when I see it. There it is. I knew it was somewhere around here. Went 30 seconds and there it was. So I get on down the road here for a minute. Maybe I'll film when I get to the drop. So be back. What's up? So I'm back up in Huntsville. Sorry I didn't film the drop. I got there, there was a couple of trucks swarming around in there too. It was a mixed yard of milk tankers and pneumatics. The yard was totally full when I got there. There was a dude that was ahead of me, and he was looking for a spot. There was one spot to drop a milk tanker into. I pulled around behind him as he was backing in. And he put his trailer in, but it was a mud pit, and you had to go find chunks of wood to put underneath the landing gear because the spots that he was in was just dirt. So if you drop a loaded milk tanker in it, you know, it's going to sink into the mud. So you had to go find chunks of wood. I was waiting on that. And then I got out and I walked over to his truck, you know, while he was backing in and stuff. And then he gets out. It was funny. It was a Mexican dude. Didn't speak a lick of English, nothing. And he had his wife in the truck too. But he comes back around from the back of the trailer or whatever, comes back out. And I was just going to ask him, like, just any general info on this yard because I'd never dropped there before. That it's like, hey, like, what's the dealio here? He comes back over, and even in my Spanglish, I couldn't make out what he, you know, it's like, if you speak in Spanish, if you speak to me slowly enough, I can understand it. Even though I can't really respond, although I know numbers and general lingo and stuff like that. You know, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I don't speak fluent Spanish, so. But he pointed down the way, like a few trailers down, that he was going to pull this empty out. That's the one he was going to take, so I could put my trailer over there, and, you know, on it went. So he went over. I just waited, because I was turning a 30-minute break while he was doing his thing, so I just let the clock roll, and I was calm. I wasn't like, I gotta get out of here, hurry up, or anything like that. He goes over, hooks up to his empty, and then where he pulled out was right by the front gate, so he had no means to, like, just turn and go out. He had to go loop back around the yard and come up, and I actually just pulled up to where his empty spot was and waited because I figured he was going to want to bolt. Well, he pulls up there in the yard and pops his brakes, and I'm like, well, all right, you know. So I just go ahead and wheel out, straighten out, and go to back into the spot. Now, literally, if you've been in some trailer yards, you know, like milk tankers and all this kind of stuff, they put these goddamn things an inch apart. And literally, that's what I had to play with, was about an inch apart. You know, I had about an inch. That's what she said. Anyway, I straighten out and I start backing into the spot, and I'm like looking. Well, this dude, unbeknownst to me, now if anybody's ever seen videos in the past too, I don't prefer that people get out and help me back into a spot. I get it, you're being courteous, all this kind of stuff, right? But usually if you're the guy backing in, especially me, I mean, I'm an experienced driver, call it, you know, that I work it out on my own. And when you see guys at truck stops or at docks and stuff, and they get out and they're out there waving their hands and doing this and doing that, it throws you off because you're trying to concentrate on backing in, right? So it becomes a thing of like, you're screwing up my chi, dude. You know, well, he actually got his flashlight out, ran to the back of the trailer when I was backing in, and he shines his flashlight right up in my mirror. He thinks he's helping me, and he's like waving his hand, but because there's so much glare coming off his flashlight, I can barely even see him. But he's back there, like I can make out like a minor thing of waving his hand and stuff like, yeah, come on, keep coming, or whatever. And it actually screwed me up, and kind of, I had the tractor a little bit off to the trailer. I almost rubbed into one of the trailers because he had his flashlight in my mirror and I couldn't see the trailer now. I'm like, and I had to pull up a little bit, straighten up, and come back in again and stuff. Still ended up coming in, like, when his flashlight finally dropped, I caught a glare of one of the you know, these gas tankers that got the aluminum fairing out in front of it and stuff. I was like right there on it, and I was just about to hit it because he was back there shining his light at me and stuff, and I was like, you know. I mean, what are you gonna do? Nice guy, I get it, thank you, but your efforts were actually impeding my flow here. got it backed in. Then I had to go around, and he took off. I said, okay, thanks, man. Hey. He's like, yeah, okay, thank you. And he got in his truck, and him and his wife split. Then I went digging around the yard for some chunks of wood to put underneath the landing gears. They had some trailers I saw with the metal plates. They're like sheets of steel that they cut out and put underneath them. I had to go find wood. Found wood, dropped it, got out from underneath it. Then I had to go down the line and find a empty milk tanker from this particular dairy. You know, they went there from Lone Star. You got to take one of their tankers back. So I had to go find one that had a seal on the back of it that had been washed. But then milk tankers, once they've been washed, they have to be reused or reloaded, I think within 72 hours. So I had to go find one. All of them were, I found a series of them from 10-1, so they're going to have to be re-washed. Found one with 10-2. As long as I get it back over there tomorrow, they can still reload it and stuff like that in Canyon. So grabbed that one. It's got some damage to it, took pictures of it, blah, blah, blah. Then how far am I going to get tonight? I saw, come back up here to Huntsville. I still had a couple hours on my clock, but where's that going to get me? Back up towards Dallas. I'm not going to find anywhere to park in Dallas. So, you know what I mean? It's like, and I don't feel like sitting on a off-ramp or on-ramp all night for 10 hours. So, cool, whatever. So there it was. I came back up here to Huntsville. The Pilot is right over here. It was full. I was hoping to get some Chicken Express, their catfish, because if they cook it fresh, their catfish is actually really good. And actually, this Chicken Express here in Huntsville was the very first Chicken Express I ever went to, like a decade ago. So I had the catfish. I remember it was bomb. And I was like, yeah, I'll go back there and get some food. But it was like 9:30 when I got here, 21-30 hours. They closed in a half hour. And I was like, I'll skip it tonight, because you know how it is when you get, if you're the last guy at the counter for the night, chances are you're going to get some rubbery food, because whatever they got left over, they're going to chuck it in a basket and say, see ya. It's like, So I did even better. I one-upped it. The Exxon station, Exxon? I think it was an Exxon. I can't see it. Anyway, it's right next door. But they got Wall's Barbecue with it, I'm looking at. They were already closed. They closed at 8 p.m. I went in there, had to get a frozen burrito. Wonderful. Love that. Because all their hot box stuff was gone. All the hot dogs were gone. A lot of times, too, if I don't feel like eating any starch, I try to keep it light. But when you get stuck rocking a hard spot, I got a frozen burrito. Sucks. So I'll be here for the night. Got the load dropped. That's $2,400 and change. I'm heading back to Canyon to drop this empty off. Probably pull another milk load, because they're kind of keeping me in the Texas little short route thing, hauling milk right now, in case something goes wrong with the truck. So that way they have a lot of dudes out here running milk right now, that somebody can easily come recover my load, rescue my load if something goes wrong with my truck again. So far, so good. Looks okay. So, but I will check back in the morning, fresh video, see if I can do daily vids of just like almost like a chronological order of my days and where I go and what I do. So, sorry I didn't film the drop. I was gonna. And then once I got there and that guy was working with stuff and everything, it totally skipped my mind. So, anyway, I guess that's about it. Gonna go to bed in a little bit. I gotta call Selena back. We gotta have her video chat time. If we don't chat before she goes to bed, she doesn't like that. So, anyway, good times. I'll check back in the morning. All right, out.
With turquoise and real diamonds.
Fuck.